Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Box Office Talk. This is the show where I break down what happened at the box office, see if my predictions for the top 5 are correct, and then make predictions for next week's top 5. Last week I predicted that number 1 would be The Conjuring, number 2 would be Warcraft, number 3 would be Now You See Me 2, number 4 would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, and that number 5 would be X-Men Apocalypse. And guess what, guys? I got 5 out of 5 of my predictions right. Yes! Oh, this hasn't happened in a while, and by a while I mean I actually forgot because I'm too lazy to remember anything. Let's get into the numbers, shall we? Number 1 was The Conjuring 2, making $40 million. And not only is this good because the budget is like $40 million, like I actually looked it up, the budget is literally $40 million, so they literally just got it back. But the first one made $41 million on its opening weekend, so The Conjuring 2 making only $1 million less than that is actually pretty good. I actually didn't expect it to make almost as much as the first one did, but that's actually pretty impressive. I really want to see it because I'm such a fan of the first one after I saw it a couple weeks ago. I loved that movie, and I really want to see the second one. Hopefully I do very soon because I'm hearing some great things. Anyways, number 2 was Warcraft. It made $24 million this weekend, and this is on a budget of $160 million. Now, on the one hand, domestically, this is a pretty big bomb for Warcraft. Like, I bet this isn't the kind of reaction they were expecting. However, worldwide, especially China, it's doing perfect. Like, it has made $304 million worldwide. It is only $16 million away from doubling its budget worldwide as well. So, apparently, Warcraft is doing extremely better overseas instead of here in the United States of America. Unless you don't live in America and you're watching this, then I don't know where you live, but you live overseas or in another. You live somewhere. Though it might be a little disappointing that Warcraft isn't doing that good in the US because, I didn't hate it. I thought it was an okay movie, but I'm sure the studio is very pleased that it's doing extremely well overseas. Apparently it's breaking some records over in China as well, which is that's pretty cool stuff, man. And at number 3, we got Now You See Me 2. This weekend it made $22 million, and this is on a budget of $90 million. That's an extremely large budget, but the first movie only made $29 million on its opening weekend, and it went on to gross like $117 million overall, I believe, if I am right. So maybe Now You See Me 2 will be able to get that budget back. It did open up with The Conjuring and Warcraft, but then again, it might not. Let's take all these options into consideration is pretty much what I'm just trying to say. I thought the first Now You See Me was alright. It was a decent movie. And even though the second one is getting crapped on a bit, I still kind of want to see it just because. Coming in at number 4, we had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows making $14 million, and that adds to a total of $61 million. So it's still really below its budget of $135 million. It has $114 million more to make in order to reach it. However, worldwide, it's doing alright. I believe it's at $116 million worldwide right now, or 106, something ending in the 6. But I think it'll get there worldwide soon. I think domestically it'll get close. I'm really not sure, and I really don't know if they're going to actually do a third Ninja Turtles movie now because of that, which I'm actually a little sad about because I found enjoyment with Out of the Shadows, even though it's definitely not perfect, like at all. It's definitely not perfect. I had some fun with it. And Bebop and Rocksteady are easily the best parts. Moving on to number 5, XMen Apocalypse. This movie made $9,915,000, and that adds to a total of $136 million. Now, it's only $42 million away from its budget domestically. Worldwide, it's already gotten there. It's already doubled its $178 million budget, and it's doing fine worldwide. I'm just saying domestically, it's only $42 million away from getting there, and I think it'll actually be able to get there. Maybe not cross over it, maybe stop a little before. I'm not sure. We'll find out very soon. Anyways, number 6 is Me Before You. This movie made $9,038,000, and that adds to a total of $36 million. So it's $4 million away from doubling its $20 million budget, which is actually pretty good. But do I really care because I definitely saw this movie? No, I actually did not see this movie. I don't really have plans on seeing it. I might at some point, but I don't really care to. Moving on. Number 7 was the Angry Birds movie. This movie made $6 million, and that adds to a total of 98 million. So it's only 2 million away from crossing over to the $100 million margin, which is actually pretty good. I had a decent time with Angry Birds. Very surprising movie. I was surprised how much I actually enjoyed it. Review coming eventually, because I was supposed to get a Neighbors 2 review out this weekend, but I was actually a little disappointed with how that turned out. So I decided to just trash it, and then I realized, oh, I have an essay to write in English, and just one more week of school, and that's it, and then I'm done. Moving on. Number 8 was Alice Through the Looking Glass. This movie made $5 million. That adds to a total of 62 million. And I checked worldwide for this movie. Yeah, it's definitely gone over the its budget of 170 million. So worldwide it's doing all right. It's just domestically. However, it's still a disappointment as far as worldwide and domestically goes, because the first movie like made over a billion worldwide, and this one's stuck at like 200. I don't think it's at 300 worldwide. So that's kind of a bummer. But then again, I don't really care because this movie's trash. Moving on to a movie that's not trash, number 9, Captain America Civil War. This movie made $4 million, and that adds to a total of 396 million. So it's 4 million away from getting past $400 million domestically. That's pretty impressive, and I'm super happy to see this, even though next week it probably might not even be here because Finding Dory and Central Intelligence are coming out, so it might push that out. That's kind of a bummer, but it's close to 400 million. That's pretty exciting. And finally, number 10, The Jungle Book, a movie that's definitely going to be leaving next week, and it made $2 million, and that adds to a total of $352 million. Thank you, Jungle Book, once again. I think I already tried to say goodbye to it because I thought it was leaving last weekend, but then it didn't, and it's now stuck at the number 10 spot, which, that's pretty good because this movie's phenomenal and all that, and it deserves all the money it's made and all that, and yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say for it. All right, bye, Jungle Book. Now the fun part, the predictions for next week's top 5. Now I'm going to say number 1 is Finding Dory, kind of obvious, Pixar. Then I'm going to say number 2, I think Central Intelligence will be able to get there. There's been a lot of marketing for this film. Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson are very popular, and combining those two that would probably make a lot of money. Then I'm going to say number 3 would be The Conjuring, number 4 is Warcraft, and number 5 is Now You See Me 2. But what are your predictions for next week's top 5? Leave them in the comments below, and if you got your predictions right for this week, you're going to get a shout out right now. Unless you didn't get it right, then whoops. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.